There aren't many movies with a more debated ending than Taxi Driver. Since Taxi Driver is so singularly focused on Travis and his point of view,
May 10th. Thank God for the rain, which has helped wash away the garbage and the trash off the sidewalks.
the best way to understand the ending is to understand Travis. Who is Travis Bickle? Travis is a cynic. He views the world as a terrible place to live in, spending the bulk of his time as a taxi driver driving around the sleaziest parts of New York City. He sees all the filth, such as the prostitutes, pedophiles, violence.
Driver 48th and 6, please. Man, you are gorgeous, beautiful little girl. I can't afford to get stopped anywhere. Be a big tip in it for you. You do the right things. You got away. You got away. Yeah, now you're talking. Oh, driver, hurry up, will you?
Travis hates all this stuff, but he can't take his eyes off it.
All the animals come out at night. Whores, skunk pussies, buggers, queens, fairies, dopers, junkies. Sick, venal.
In addition, Travis has a strong desire to be noticed in some way. This all manifests in Travis having a hero complex, or as I like to call it for him, a Jesus complex. He wants to be a savior, preferably one who dies for his cause. His desire to be a savior can be seen in his interactions with three characters: Betsy, Palantine, and Iris. Travis is strongly fixated on Betsy. He believes she is one of the few purities in this dirty, messed up world, even describing her as an angel.
I first saw her at Palantine Campaign Headquarters at 63rd and Broadway. She was wearing a white dress. She appeared like an angel out of this filthy mess. She is alone. They cannot touch her.
Speaking of angels, it's hard to believe Travis isn't under the influence of the halo effect. The halo effect is when one trait of a person is used to make an overall judgment of that person. A common example is when an individual notices another person is attractive,
Because I think that you are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
then assumes she is a good person based solely on her attractiveness. Travis is obviously very attracted to Betsy, which causes him to see her as a pure angel of sorts. Since Travis views the world as an awful place, he feels compelled to save Betsy from the world.
I think you're a lonely person. I drive by this place a lot. I see you here. I see a lot of people around you, and I see all these phones and all this stuff on your desk. That means nothing. And then when I came inside and I met you, I saw in your eyes and I saw the way you carried yourself that you're not a happy person. And I think you need something. And if you want to call it a friend, you can call it a friend. That fellow you work with, I don't like him. Not that I don't like him, I just think he's silly. I don't think he respects you.
I don't believe I've ever met anyone quite like you.
In the end though, Travis's rescue mission was unsuccessful. After Betsy shuns him, he starts to view her as a fallen angel, I guess you could say, and thinks of her as just as bad as the rest of the world.
Look, come on. You're in a hell. And you're gonna die in a hell like the rest of them. Come on now. There's a cop across the street. You're like the rest of them. Look, I'm calling the cops. Officer!
I realize now how much she is just like the others, cold and distant. And many people are like that. Women for sure. They're like a union.
After finding out that Betsy supports Palantine, Travis begins supporting him as well.
I'm one of your biggest supporters, you know. I tell everybody that comes in this taxi that they have to vote for you.
When he is shunned by Betsy, his opinion on Palantine also changed. Palantine's campaign is based around giving power to the people. His slogan is, "We are the people."
We the people know the right road and the good. Today I say to you, we are the people, you and I, and it is time to let the people rule. Thank you.
Travis hates people, he sees scum everywhere, and he has no faith in humanity. Even the only thing in this world he ever saw as good, Betsy, disappointed him. Because of all this, Travis views Palantine as a threat. He thinks he'll be saving the world by assassinating him. He also plans to die in the process. However, much like his date with Betsy, this did not end well for him. Travis then moves on to yet another fixation or obsession in Iris. He is clearly fascinated by her situation. Not only is she a prostitute, but she's also underage. So she's clearly in need of some rescuing, right? Well, yes, Iris is in a pretty bad situation, but is Travis trying to help her for her sake or for the sake of feeding his Messiah complex? He does try to kill himself after successfully saving Iris. He wants to die for something in order to give his life some meaning or purpose.
All my life needed was a sense of some place to go.
At the heart of Taxi Driver is Travis's isolation. His loneliness is a driving force throughout the entire film as he tries to find himself in a world he doesn't quite belong. He moves from one meaningless encounter to another, trying to interact with people but failing to connect with them. A lot of the conversations he's a part of sometimes feel a tad awkward.
Hey. Hey, you're a Secret Service man, aren't you? Huh?
Just waiting for the senator.
So how's it hanging? What's that?
I'll see you later, copper.
I'm no cop, man.
Well, if you are, it's entrapment already. Huh? I'm hip. But you don't look hip. Go ahead, have yourself a good time. Go ahead.
The fact of the matter is that interactions with other people usually confuse and overwhelm him, leading to him sometimes sabotaging his own attempts to end his loneliness. Travis is trying and failing to find his way in a world he doesn't quite belong. The only time he feels comfortable is on the dirty streets of New York. After he gets rejected by Betsy, the place he goes to console himself is on the streets. To quote Roger Ebert, Travis could in theory look for fares anywhere in the city, but he's constantly drawn back to 42nd Street, to Times Square and the whores, street freaks, and porno houses. It's here that an ugly kind of sex comes to the surface, the sex of bullying, selling, and using people. Travis isn't into that, he hates it, but Times Square feeds his anger. Okay, to summarize everything we've covered in the video so far, I have basically laid out two characteristics of Travis. One, he has a hero complex / Messiah complex, or whatever you want to call it, and wants to give his life some kind of meaning. And two, he is a very lonely person who struggles to interact with and understand other people. With these two things in mind, let's try to make sense of the ending. After successfully saving Iris from the pimps, Travis is hailed as a local hero, receives a thank you letter from Iris's parents, and has finally gotten the validation he desperately coveted. The film concludes with Travis driving his taxi by himself, similar to how the film began. In most other movies, Travis would be healed, all his troubles would be a thing of the past, there would be a happy ending. But that's not how Taxi Driver ends. Travis's character arc is not a redemptive one. He is still as psychologically troubled by the end of the film as he was at the beginning. He got validated by society when he killed some people and saved a little girl. So what will Travis do now? He'll continue searching the streets looking for more people to save. Except next time, the victims might not just be a bunch of pimps. Screenwriter Paul Schrader said he envisioned the ending as a return to the beginning, the film starting over again. Schrader also said that Travis was not cured by the movie's end and that he won't be a hero next time. Final thoughts here. Okay, Travis is clearly suffering from loneliness. As viewers, we can see that Travis's alienation is the cause of most of his pain. However, he never addresses his own emotions directly, nor does he attempt to discover the source of his problems. He wants to be happy, but he just doesn't fit in with society. He gets too obsessed with things, causing his isolation. Maybe he's meant to be alienated from the rest of the world, and the only place he truly understands, the rotten streets of New York. He's God's lonely man.